Good morning. Good morning. Welcome and welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday, July the 21st. We're here to look at the new releases in crime fiction, cozy mysteries, and thrillers this week. Quick announcements. I have changed the schedule for the morning show only. We're only doing Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and we're only going to be looking at cozy mysteries, crime fiction, and thrillers for now. I just need to claw back some extra time. So I'm taking out the Tuesday and Thursdays and just looking at mysteries. Good morning, Elena. How you doing? Did you have a good weekend? I'm good. Oh, good. And her birthday is next Wednesday, and I'll be staying home for my birthday and getting books for my early birthday. That is wonderful. She said, yay, absolutely, on all fronts there. Staying home, getting books, and getting them early. Oh, that's going to be great. And it'll be a Wednesday, so maybe I'll be able to see you on the morning show and wish you a happy birthday. All right, let's jump into Cozy Mysteries. Quick announcements. Also, I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Monday nights. Our next sprints are tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. The sprints aren't changing. Just the morning show. All right, first up. Ellie Alexander has a new series. She's releasing it on Kindle Unlimited. Oh, you know what? I think this is a re-release of an earlier series, but we'll talk about it anyway. This is called A Murder on the Mountain. It's a Meg Reed Investigates book. I saw a little thing that she was very happy to be releasing it. Meg Reed thought landing a job at Northwest Extreme magazine was her lucky break until she realized she'd have to actually venture outdoors. Determined to fake it till she makes it, she finds herself covering an adventure race in Oregon's stunning Columbia River Gorge. When one of the contestants plummets to their death from Angel's Rest Summit, Meg is the only witness, and she knows right away it was more than just a tragic accident. With her new job on the line and a killer on the loose, Meg must overcome her fears and put her investigative instincts to work. Armed only with her notebook, a strong mocha, and her best friend's support, Meg throws herself into uncovering the dark secrets among the close-knit adventure racing community. And she soon discovers that sometimes the most dangerous thing about the great outdoors might just be the people in it. Sky Sullivan, Back in the Flame, 6th in the Witches of Hellforge Hatchery series. Good morning, Mary. Happy Monday. Have been gone a while. Yeah, internet problems, but got new modem. Good, and got it set up yesterday, and I am live again. Oh, I am glad. Missed you all. I'm glad to be back. Indeed. It's a good day seeing Mary. And you're back in contact with the world. While visiting a Florida resort on its opening weekend, Elsie and Zippy are supposed to be finding the skunk ape. Instead, they find a dead body, a cast of B-list celebrity suspects, and more motives than mosquitoes. With the resort manager eager to sweep everything under the rug, they've got to figure out the murderer's devious trick and find the evidence to lock them up for good. Meanwhile, back in Mount Hellforge, Lulubelle Pippensworth, a.k.a. the Widow Simon, I want to go by that too, is holding down the fort at Flame Farms. Moonbeam is having a dispute with the Ferry Condominium Homeowners Association, but it's nothing she can't handle. Until one day a shadow blots out the sky and the whole town falls under the cruel spell of the Obsidian Covenant. Their only hope is Elsie, but she's in Florida. Will she return in time to save the town, or will she walk unsuspectingly into their trap? And it says, author's note, this book contains everyone's favorite 80s hair metal rocker Rex Cobra. If you know, you know. I don't know. Leslie Langtree has a new one. 36th in the Mary Wrath Mysteries. And that's 300 pages, so good for her. This is Marsupials Are a Murder. Mary says, you don't realize how much you rely on the internet for so many things. Searching things, banking, weather. The only good thing was got 2 books read and some housework done. Yay! Oh, I know. I'd love to be more disconnected, shall we say, but I'm a connected girl. What I need to do is, I guess they call it doom scrolling. I hate it. I don't know what it even refers to. I mean, I know what it refers to, but how that name originated. But I'm working on spending less time going down the rabbit hole with like Facebook. I've already gotten rid of Instagram and Tumblr. Marsupials are murder. Mary Rath's troop is going down under when young Mayor Ava of Who's There, Iowa, gets a call for help from Mayor Sheila of their sister city in Dover. It's 2 O's, Dover, Australia. The girls in the troop waste no time in packing their bags for a trip halfway around the world, of course, with their fearless ex-CIA agent turned Girl Scout leader Mary Rath in tow. Mary thinks this is a great opportunity to see another part of the world with the girls and her more than slightly koala-obsessed co-leader, Kelly. Met by Sheila, her Girl Guide troop, and a few kangaroo bodyguards, Ava and the girls get to work to help the mayor fight her obnoxious city council. While the girls assist Sheila, Mary and Kelly plan to spend the time looking for koalas and taking in the sights of the Blue Mountain town in New South Wales. Being in another hemisphere, what could possibly go wrong? The bugs. They're huge. Unfortunately, even halfway around the world, murder magnet Mary lives up to her reputation when one of the council members' bodies is found in the bush. To make things worse, the police think Mayor Sheila is the murderer. Mary and the gang race to find a dangerous killer before they have to go home, and Sheila goes to jail. This sounds like a middle grade, but it isn't. Lindsay Davis has a new one. Huzzah! This is 13th in the Flavia Albia historical mystery series. I've not read this. I should. In first century Rome, Flavia Albia, daughter and successor to Marcus Didius Falco, is his previous series, is once again faced with uncovering the truth, quite literally. Only 10 years previous, Mount Vesuvius erupted and rained ash down upon about the Roman cities and towns along the Bay of Naples. But while some cities were destroyed, others were merely badly damaged, and the uncle of Flavia Albia's husband seizes the opportunity to buy a villa, cheap. It just has to be dug out of the ash and restored. Oh, and any bodies uncovered, including the previous owner, given a proper burial. And as the villa is being renovated, there are indeed bodies found, but one is not like the others. Instead of buried in the ash, the previous owner's body is found in a locked storeroom, and Albia is immediately suspicious that he didn't die in the eruption. With suspicious caretakers, a large inheritance, untrustworthy friends, and a Sicilian pirate sniffing around, Albia must solve the riddle of a long-ago death, or maybe murder, to prevent another one. And number one. Linda Riley has a new one in her grilled cheese series. People love that. I think I have at least the first one. I haven't read it yet, though. But from what I understand, it makes you really want to have grilled cheese sandwiches. Eat 'em and weep. 6th in the grilled cheese mystery series. When the local high school hosts a fundraiser, restaurant owner Carly Hale is happy to sign on and enlist her mother's help selling her much-loved grilled cheese sandwiches at the school. But no good deed goes unpunished, and the vendor stationed next to them at the event turns out to be aggressively rude and bullies them both. Never one to be pushed, Carly's mom gives the man a vicious tongue lashing and assumes that's the end of it, until later that day when the man is found dead, strangled with her scarf. With her mom on the hook for murder, Carly has no choice but to find out who killed the man and why. It turns out the victim had always been bad news and had racked up a long list of enemies. One of those enemies may have been the menacing stranger Carly saw lurking on the edges of the fundraiser, but her intuition tells her the murdered man's girlfriend may have been mixed up in it too. Certain one of them, or both, did the deadly deed, Carly realizes too late that all her sleuthing has landed her next on the killer's hit list. Includes tantalizing grilled cheese sandwich recipes. So here's my question. This is at a high school fundraiser, yet the cover has a wedding cake. Murder at the Dig by Andrea Kress, third in the Carolina Cozy Mysteries. Gemma Farnese, whatever, and her husband, Lieutenant Steve Tybalt, are pulled into a web of tension and turmoil when Steve's brother Bobby celebrates a major real estate victory, only for it to turn into a nightmare. A groundbreaking deal at Indian Corners screeches to a halt when mysterious human remains are unearthed, threatening Bobby's commission and the entire development. With a massive construction loan hanging by a thread, pressure mounts and tempers flare, but the stakes soar even higher when the body of the owner's wayward uncle is discovered on the same site. As Gemma and Steve delve into the shadowy motives of those around them, they uncover layers of greed, ambition, and secrets that could shatter their family and their lives. With danger lurking closer than they realize, can they uncover the truth before another life is lost? Who will cash in? Who will lose everything? And who will stop at nothing to bury the past again? The Priceless Perjury by Mel Morgan, 14th in the second-hand sleuth mysteries. It's only 115 pages, so. Sifting through dusty old case files is anything but boring when they belong to the Mistletoe County Sheriff's Department, and they're filled with stories about Pine Grove citizens. But those boxes in the basement are hiding a secret, the whereabouts of a priceless item. Uncovering decades of lies, Jessica Braun will fight to reopen an important case with disastrous consequences. Who will be killed as a result of Jessica's meddling, and what will happen when she uncovers the truth about the past? Well, apparently not much if it's only 115 pages. Murder and Adalia by Elizabeth Clover, second in the Sunrise Flower Shop Cozy Mysteries. My flower stand is budding. My dahlia garden is blooming beautifully. There's even a baking reality show being filmed at the local donut shop, icing on the cake, or so I thought. When one of the contestants turns up dead, things start to wilt fast. With my friend Rose, newly planted on the show's crew, we start digging into the thorny list of suspects. Intense judges and cutthroat contestants alike. Everyone seems to have something to hide behind the hedges. Just when I think I've stemmed the chaos, my past sprouts up. The charming con man I was hiding from returns like an unwelcome weed, begging for help solving his brother's suspicious death, one he thinks is rooted in my world. Grandma Sharon is back from her RV road trip with stories and sass in full bloom, and this case is shaping up to be anything but a breezy walk through the dahlias. Armed with my gardening gloves, a sharp eye for detail, and a nosy German shepherd named Ladybug, who always sniffs out the truth, I'm ready to prune down the suspect list. Can we throw some more puns in there? Don't tempt them, they would. End of that row. And Mary, Elena says hello to Mary. Mary says, details. You were supposed to notice they got the wrong cover on the board. I did, just because the cake looks good. And excited to hear about your upcoming birthday, Elena. Know you'll have a fun day, and it's fun to anticipate it all, too. Indeed, that's almost equally as fun. Murder at the Coliseum by Jim Eldridge, 11th in the Museum Mysteries. Rome, 1900. 15 years ago, Abigail Wilson joined an archaeological dig at the Colosseum at the start of her career. She returns now to the Eternal City as a guest speaker for a festival on classical Rome, including the site of legendary gladiator battles. Traveling with Abigail is her husband, Daniel Wilson, a private investigator with whom she has built up a reputation for solving complex cases. The trip is also meant to be a well-earned holiday, but the bloody history of the ancient arena seeps into the present with the violent murder of one of Abigail's colleagues and his wife at the Colosseum itself. Moving from the Forum to the Spanish Steps, Rome is suddenly the backdrop of another investigation for the museum detectives, who must contend with the local authorities and a shady mafia influence if they are to crack this case. The Strange Disappearance of Kitty Fox by Lisa Hall, third in the Hotel Hollywood Mysteries. A missing starlet, an unsolved mystery. Can Lily save Hollywood's next big movie star? Lily Jones is thrilled to find herself in the 1950s. She misses her 21st century life, but has a blossoming romance with her musician friend Lewis, and her dream job working on a movie set. The lead actress Kitty Fox is a rising star, yet Lily recalls that after this movie she goes missing, her disappearance an unsolved mystery that barely makes a ripple in Hollywood history. But as Lily begins to understand the brutal studio system of Hollywood in the 1950s, she wonders if there might be something sinister at play behind Kitty's vanishing. Whatever happened to Kitty Fox? Can Lily save her and change the course of history? Murder on the White Cliffs by Anna Sayburn Lane. I have read the first in this series and I really liked it. I need to get back to it. This is sixth in the 1920s murder mysteries. Lady detectives Marjorie Swallow and Mrs. Jameson enjoy a trip to a smart cliff-top hotel for a very English seaside holiday, until a mysterious Italian woman appears anxious to speak to Mrs. Jameson. But Mrs. Jameson definitely doesn't want to talk to her. When a corpse is discovered on the beach, every guest becomes a suspect, including our detective duo. What does Mrs. Jameson, know? And why doesn't she want to investigate this murder? As Marjorie is drawn deeper into the mystery, she learns fast, trust no one. Secrets from the past come back to haunt Mrs. Jameson. Is Marjorie about to discover what really happened in Rome? Mm-hmm. And this one. A Brush with Death by Rachel McLean and Millie Ravensworth, second in the Lyme Regis Women's Swimming Club. I did read the first one in this one. It wasn't my cup of tea, but it could be somebody's. It's official. Even Annie Abbott has admitted that she and her friends, Helen, Figgy, and Rosamond, are now officially the Lyme Regis Women's Swimming Club. And now that the murder of the man they found in Rosamond's boot has been solved, fortunately without ill consequences for Rosamond, they'd like to focus on their swimming, even if it is summer and Lyme is rammed with tourists. And then another mystery rears its head. While enjoying the regular early morning swim, the friends discover the body of local artist Clifford Muldoon floating near Lyme Regis's iconic cod. Annie's daughter, DC Tina Abbott, has things under control, but that doesn't mean the swimming club can't help out as far as Annie's concerned, or does it? End of that row. The Seattle Cipher by Wendy Meadows, seventh in the Travel Writer Mysteries. Her boss sends her to, Patricia McKay should have known better than to think she'd get a peaceful vacation. Her boss sends her to Seattle with a nice hotel and actual free time. What could go wrong? Everything, apparently, when Patricia visits an art exhibit in an old theater and stumbles across a set of mysterious numbers that don't make sense. With puzzle solver Levi Edelstein by her side, what starts as innocent curiosity quickly turns deadly. Dangerous strangers want a stolen diamond. An old woman harbors explosive secrets, and Patricia's quiet getaway becomes a race against time. Can she crack the code before the killer strikes again? Corpse in the Cafe by Jackie Sharp, fourth in the Wharf Rats Mysteries. When the body of renowned food critic Augustus Finch is found stabbed to death in the Bean Express Cafe, the sleepy coastal town of Shell Bay is thrown into turmoil. Detective Inspector Linda Jenkins must navigate a web of suspects from disgruntled restaurant owners to rival food critics to uncover the truth behind the murder. As Linda delves deeper into the case, she discovers that the culprit may be closer than she thinks. Could it be the cafe's fiery owner, Agnes Crofton, seeking revenge for a scathing review? Or perhaps her niece, Natalie, with her short temper and access to the crime scene? And what about the elusive gentleman gourmet, Finch's mysterious rival, who seems to have vanished into thin air? With the help of her team, including the tech-savvy Tyler and Wharf Rats, Linda must sift through trail of clues and red herrings to catch the killer before they strike again. But as she gets closer to the truth, she realizes that the murderer may be targeting more than just food critics, and the very heart of Shell Bay's close-knit community could be at stake. Goodness, that was hard for me to say. I think we have time for one more quick one. Wicked Whispers by Nellie H. Steele, 5th in the Whispers of Witchcraft Cozy Mysteries. Carly Ravenspell has spent months uncovering spirits' secrets, but when her latest vision leads her to the ominous Greymoor Lighthouse, the stakes are higher than ever. The chilling whispers from a ghostly music box pull her toward a past soaked in sorrow, a murder unsolved, and a spirit desperate for justice. As Carly dives into the haunting mystery, she discovers a terrifying truth. She's not just hearing the whispers, she's part of them. Will she unravel the secrets before she too is lost to the echoes of the past? All right. Well, that is where we will stop because the bell is about to ring. So, again, reminder, I don't have a morning show tomorrow. Our next morning show is Wednesday. I'm doing Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And on Wednesday, we will look at the crime fiction and thrillers. So the darker side is moving from Tuesdays to Wednesdays. And then on Friday, we'll look at the leftovers, which will be the rest of these cozy mysteries. And if there's any leftover from Wednesday stuff. So we're just looking at mysteries from cozy to thriller, and just 3 times a week. I'm just needing to claw back some time for myself. And again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Monday night. Our next ones will be Tuesday, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. That doesn't change. And there goes the bell. Hope you guys have a good Monday and Tuesday. And hope you're reading good books. Be safe. Stay cool. It's summer out there. And as the banner says, don't be a bookworm. Be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Mary says, good for you. You have been doing yeoman's duty. I'm glad you're prioritizing yourself. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I've been doing it for 2 years straight and only missed 2 shows in all that time. One was due to a power outage. The second was due to my mom's accident. So it could change again. But at this point, we're just cutting out 2 shows. Mary says, thanks so much. You all have a great day. You too, Mary. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you. Elena, have a good day. Cajun, have a good day. And again, as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Have a good day.